Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with general disturbance, and this battle appears to have started straight away without a countdown, and we're straight into it. And I think that our subject today hasn't loaded into his game yet. It's a WZ-111 Model 1.4, the Chinese Tier 9 heavy tank rather, and it's on the south spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of River Beastie of What You Need To. And he's still not loaded in. No, still not there. Gotta wake up. Beastie! Wake up! No, still not there. Gun's still down. Well, oh, he's back. He's awake. Yeah, I shouldn't actually laugh, because some people do have difficulty loading in sometimes to the game, and so it takes their computer a little while to react. I know, because I've been there myself. Well, anyway, he's going down, and it appears that both the enemy team and us have scored a kill already. Most of the team appear to have gone down, or the Lake Road, and the enemy's sending a batch at 12 ton on an almost YOLO run down, and River Beastie's going to put a round into him. We're going to try anyway. Just see the back chat. Oh no, missed on that occasion. Now River Beastie is using the 130mm gun, and that's the top gun in this particular tank. It's got a 244mm penetration and a 490 hit points alpha. Now the WZ-111 1.4, well, it's actually based on the IS-3 and the T10s. You can see from the modified front of the main hull, like a cross between an IS-3. It doesn't have a piked nose, but it does have a similar nose to the T10. It's got a strong turret, but the body's a lot weaker. It's got less mobility than the IS-3 and the T10. So it's a slightly weaker tank altogether. And the enemy's managed to break through the valley, and having spotted that, River Beastie's going to try and defend his cap area. I think he's going to try and approach the cap with this dip. So he's effectively going hull down at the moment, and it's going to pop up over that rise, so he's got a hull down position with only his turret shown. And that's good, because the WZ-111 1.4 has got a very strong turret and a much better gun than the previous versions of this tank. They've got an M46 Patton around the corner and a Type 5 Heavy, so he's got some pretty hefty opponents just around the corner, and he's just tempting the corner at this moment, tasting it, getting ready. The IS-3 is facing off against the Type 5. He aims a shot at the guard and gets a round in, and he set the guard on fire as well. The kill went to the Centurion. Okay, going for... oh, he's not going to go for the Type 5. He puts a round instead into the Lurva for 100 and... no, it's the Object 252 actually. 209 hit points on the 252. Fires a round into the Type 5 Heavy, 515 hit points. Good strike. You see how good this 130mm round is. Let's say 490 alpha. It can actually do 340mm penetration with the heat rounds he's using at the moment. But he's only got a limited number of heat rounds and HE. Most of his is armor piercing. And the Type 5 is taking a pasting. It's going for the lower plate. Oh yes, gets that in. High roll, 522 off that one. It's a long reload, 11.81 seconds. Nearly 12 seconds. Oh, and he gets another one in, 563, but he did take a round from the Patton, and that cost him 331 hit points. He needs to think about that. Just doing the Patton. Yeah, he takes another round from the Patton, 434. He really needs to pay attention to that Patton, take him out of the game. That Patton is being a real nuisance and could cost him the game if he keeps doing that. The Type 5 has gone down. He was taken out by RE75. Okay, he's reloaded. His last round of... well, he's actually switched to AP now. And I think he's probably going to go for the Patton this time. Or is he going to go for that Lurva? He's trying to work out where everyone is. He's paying good attention to his situational awareness. Look around the tank, see where everyone is, where they can help. He's got a Malsham coming up behind him from the along the lake road, so he must consider that. He might have to turn around and face that Malsham if he gets much closer. Okay, he's going to push forward. Now, where's that pattern? There's the Centurion. There's the Lerva. There's the pattern. Deal with the pattern. Goes for the ammo rack. Puts a round in. Wipes out the pattern. One shot. 227. But he took a round from the Lerva for 332. Now, it's down to about, well, less than half of his health now. 40%. But he takes the Lerva out with the next round. 382. It was a low roll, but actually, well, low roll. It was all that the Lerva had left. He can one-shot the Centurion. Centurion's only got a couple of hit points left. He knows he's dead. That's it. He's out the game. And this solves the problem of that Malsham, who's now come around the corner. But he's now got to go back and try and deal with the Malsham. He's loaded AP again. Unfortunately, we just lost our ship barn, and the scores have now basically even. 3 tanks left on either side. We've got our tanks down at the other end there, so they're shooting for the Malsham from the other side. We're going to fire into the side of the Malsham. 467. That was a low roll. So, can he get the Malsham from the side each time? And I think he can. Going to go for the rear. Okay. 1 round into the rear. That's a high roll. 522. Now, it's one more shot. Should be able to take him out of the game with 1 shot. He took a round from the Lerva there. Oh, yes, he got him. 1 shot was enough. And there's the enemy Lerva. Okay, been spotted. We're loaded. 1 roll in. Yes, low roll. 464, but he's got the high caliber. Now, can he help the E75 to stay alive? They're both facing off against each other, but the Lerva is sitting behind that rock. There are 2 tanks still on the enemy team. One of them's the tank destroyer, the Striv 103. We don't know where he is, but he might be on the lake road. Might be, we don't know. So it'd be a bit dangerous for us to cross the road going towards the E75 and the Lerva, because we might get shot on the side by the Striv 103. And the E75 really can't back away too much from the Lerva, because if he does, he's more than likely going to get hit by the 103 as well. So it's a very sticky situation here. If we go up the lake road to try and deal with the Striv, then we will get hit by the Lerva. The Lerva's side scraping there, trying to get at the E75. We fluffed that shot, we didn't get it in, but we're reloading. We're going to have another go. He's holding those heat rounds in reserve. Fires around it. Oh, got that one. Low roll though. Only 453 hit points, and now the E75 is dead. It's 2 versus 1, or 1 versus 2, and he's got to try and deal with the Lerva. He fires around it, takes him out. Wow, that's his Top Gun. So now all he has to deal with is the Striv 103. He's got his Top Gun. He's the last man on his team. He's got the high caliber, but now he's going to make sure that that tank destroyer goes down. Now there's 2 ways you can deal with this. He could come away from the cap, let the Striv go to the cap, and then attack the Striv while he's capping, or he can go to the other cap and let the Striv try to attack him there. There's the Striv. Oh, he doesn't need to hunt him down. Took a round there, 345. He is now basically, well, he's a 2-shot to the Striv. But of course we did see the Striv, he's got virtually all his hit points intact. Well, he has got them all. So, yep, we can overmatch his hull there. 535, high roll. Anywhere we hit on the Striv, we'll overmatch his hull, because we've got a massive penetration. Goes for another shot. Yeah, overmatch again. 469, it's a low roll, but he's got 2 in, and basically the Striv is now a 1-shot if he gets a high roll. And the Striv knows it. He's pulling out. He knows he's in a very sticky situation. River Beastie only has to get a shot on target. He'll overmatch the armour of that strib and it'll go straight through and kill him. And he's running away. He must have gone over that ridge line there. Go round the corner, barge the tank out the way. The strib must be around the corner. God, he moved fast. There he is, running away as quickly as he can. Oh, no, can't get a shot in. Not in time. Is he pulling back to try and get a shot? No, I think the strib's gone defensive. He went up over the rock face there to try and avoid a shot from River Beastie. Around the corner. It means that the strib is going to be in a very defensive position when we get around that corner. So we'll have to be very careful. But River Beastie has been very good about this already. And remember, he has got a shot to spare. There's the strip. Over on the other side. And yes, gets a shot in. But he doesn't kill him. It's a low roll. So he's going to have to fire another one in to get the kill. Line him up. Wait for the reload. Wait for the reload. Sit. Get it right. And... yes! 30 hit points, but that's all it takes. Good night. What a win. That's a really good battle. Win 8. Oh, well, it's very, very high. 12,000 at least. And here's the end battle results. It's an ace tanker for River Beastie of What Uni, my clan, in the WZ-111 Model 1.4. He also picked up a fire for effect for dealing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a spotter badge for allowing his team to cause at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, a duelist badge for taking down 2 enemies that did damage to him during the battle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8. And then he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, and the Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 7, one short of getting the Radley Waters, but a fantastic battle. And the win 8 for the battle was 12,969. He really played it well. Did use a lot of premium ammo, but he did have to, because he was up against very, very tough opponents. So let's have a look at the team scores, see how it panned out. Well, highest damage, 7,553 hit points overall. The highest score on the enemy team was the Maushan, who put himself in a rather sticky situation because he was facing off against the tanks that were nearer the town. But that, of course, put his side to River Beastie. And, of course, River Beastie was able to get penetrations on both his side and his rear. When it came to the next high scorer, it was, well, after the Maushan with 4,392, it was the Striv. He managed to get 3,248. Unfortunately, he came up against River Beastie with that 130mm gun, and of course River Beastie was able to play it just right by only exposing the bare minimum of his tank. In fact, all he was exposing was the turret, and the turret on the WZ-111 1.4 is one of the best features because it's very, very tough indeed. It's very hard for a Striv to penetrate that turret, so obviously it was much easier for River Beastie to just expose his turret, put the rounds into the Striv, and then he forced that Striv to back away and go all defensive, and it worked beautifully. Then, of course, we've got the WZ-1201 FT. He managed to get 2,906 hit points. Then the AMX-50B, he managed to get 2,753. So, particularly good from that perspective. So, let's have a look at the number of kills. Well, he got the highest number of kills, 7. Then came the Lurver on the enemy team. He managed 4 kills. And then came the Striv 103B. He managed 3. Then we've got a whole set of tanks who managed to get 2 kills apiece. When it comes to the base XP, though, look at that. WZ-111 1.4, River Beastie, 1,729. He monstered that. It was nearly double. Not quite double, but nearly double the next highest scorer, the WZ-1201 FT, who managed 940. Then the IS-3, who managed 939. So a very, very good round there by River Beastie. He certainly was whacking those shells in, scoring a lot of damage on the enemy. And, of course, it did help that he was spotting for his team when he was doing so, because he was, of course, effectively the man up front facing off against the enemy, but allowing his team to score hits on those enemy as they were trying to take the cap. So let's have a look at detail report. He fired 22 rounds from that 130mm gun. He got 19 direct hits, 19 penetrations. Shows how good that gun is at doing what it does. You can use AP rounds quite confidently in that 130mm with a 490 Alpha. It really is a huge gun, and it's one of the reasons why the hull was weakened to allow that big massive turret and that big heavy gun onto that heavy tank, to allow it to overmatch enemy tanks by going hull down. He did damage of 7,553 hit points, of which 1,167 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits during that battle, 5 were penetrations and 3 were non-penetrations. He also blocked damage of 710 hit points, and considering how many hit points he actually ended the battle on, that means he definitely blocked enough to prevent himself being killed. And yes, he certainly needed that armor on that turret. He damaged 9 of the enemy, which is 3/5 the enemy team. He killed 7 of the enemy. And he did damage assistance of 1,030 hit points. And that's where he made so much in the way of base XP, because he was spotting for his team. On a standard account, he earned 61,126 credits, get it right, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he still came away with a profit of 3,049 credits. Now this is surprising because he did spend a lot of money on heat ammo to take down that Type 5, but he needed to because that Type 5 had a very tough hull and he needed to punch through it and do the maximum damage he could to take it down. And of course, in the end, it wasn't him who killed the Type 5, but he did the maximum amount of damage to it to stop it from dominating that cap. So he picked up 2 bonds, one for the high caliber, one for the Top Gun, and he also got 1,729 base XP times 2 for the first victory, and that meant he took away 3,458 experience points for the battle. But that was a particularly satisfying battle, and it does show that the WZ-111 Model 1.4 has got a particularly strong turret, and if you can play it in a hold down position, it can be very, very damaging to the enemy, because with that 130mm gun, the strong turret, it's very difficult for the enemy to kill you, because you've got the penetration to put the shells into them, and of course you've got the alpha damage to wipe away their hit points as quickly as you can. And he had a particularly good battle. I mean, 12,969 win 8 is just fantastic. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.